Before starting the video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and like the video. Thanks for your support. Now let's go to the video. The new, bigger, and more stylish 2024 Hyundai Kona goes on sale this summer in North America. And before the small SUV moves to a new platform and potentially gets a new name in the future, it is expected to do big things. What's under the hood and on the horizon? The Kona is a global vehicle and the second-generation crossover has a number of powertrains to appease various markets for the US. The rollout starts with the 1.6-liter turbocharged i4 that puts out 190 horsepower and 195 pounds-ft of torque, says Olabisi Bol, Vice President of Product Planning and Mobility Strategy for Hyundai Motor North America. Around the end of July, the offerings expand with the 147 HP, 130 pounds-ft to 0.0-liter Atkinson cycle i4. The powertrain specs are unchanged from the 2023 Kona. In the October timeframe, the Kona Electric will be added, with 260 miles of range with the larger of two available batteries. A hybrid will be offered in Europe, but not in the US. Customers can turn to the Hyundai Tucson Hybrid or Santa Fe Hybrid as alternatives. For Kona, the focus was to optimize the EV and improve the efficiency of the ICE models that got 30 to mpg combined for the 2023 model year, Bol says. Figures for the 2024 model have not been released. Kona takes last ride on current platform. For now, the Kona subcompact SUV stays on the same K3 platform as the outgoing model. That means the EV uses a 400-volt system which is slower to charge than the Ioniq family of electric vehicles that use Hyundai's EGMP platform with its 800-volt system. When the time comes for the next generation Kona, the little SUV will move to a more advanced platform, EGMP, or a second version of EGMP coming out in a few years for smaller front-wheel drive EVs. What's in a name? At that point, Hyundai must decide whether to keep the Kona name or join the Ioniq sub-brand. We have a future product lineup that takes all of that into consideration. How we bring all of these together in the future, Bol says in an interview. It is not something that is an afterthought for us. It is part of the planning. Some of the decisions have been made, she says, just not announced. A good problem to have. The Kona name has built up some cachet. Hyundai introduced the Kona in 2017, made it available in North America in 2018, and added the Kona Electric in 2019. There has also been strong consumer reaction to the Ioniq name and the EV's launch so far. Bol sees it as a good problem to have to decide between two strong names as we plan the strategy. We consider all those factors. Will the Kona EV perform? Hyundai is hoping EVs will account for 18% of total retail sales this year in the US, including hybrids and PHEVs. Currently, the EV accounts for about 4% of Kona sales in the US, and about 7% globally. When the Kona Electric first hit the market 4 years ago, EV sales were not growing as rapidly as today. Sales of the 2024 Kona Electric are expected to be higher, but it is hard to predict how well the new EV will do, Bol says. Regardless of powertrain, Bol expects the new Kona to do well. It's a great entry SUV into the lineup of SUVs we have. She lists a few more attributes: bigger, more legroom with a flat floor, power liftgate, more cargo space and wider opening to access it, curved infotainment screen, and a new gearshift mounted on the steering column to free up console space. Fate of Hyundai Venue Kona in. With Kona as a strong entry vehicle, does Hyundai still need the subcompact Venue? It is part of our discussions to figure out what we do as we go forward, Bol says. No decisions have been made, but she has shared her recommendations internally. Neither Lee nor Bol will say if there will be an N version of the Kona, but there are no plans for an N version of the Kona with an internal combustion engine, even though all the components are available. There is an N line appearance package. Bull says customers are not confused about N and N line. They have come to understand that one is trim-based while a true N has a chassis tuned for greater performance and dynamics, which she says not everyone wants. What about the Ioniq 7? As Hyundai launches the new Kona, work continues on the Ioniq 7, but we won't see it until next year, says Hyundai and Genesis global design head Sang Yup Lee in an interview. And the RM2E sports car prototype of Veloster, that was turned into an electric mid-engine race car, is serving as a rolling lab for N versions of the Ioniq 5 and Ioniq 6, Lee says. The automaker is no longer looking at putting a mid-engine sports car with an internal combustion engine into production. The Chevy Corvette is too formidable and affordable a competitor. Hyundai's focus pivoted to a performance and track-capable EV. We're working on it, Lee says. Hyundai's improved portfolio. It all adds up to a lot of momentum for the Hyundai brand. Bull says, not long ago, Hyundai had only sedans. Now it has an impressive lineup of SUVs including the Venue, Kona, Santa Fe, Tucson, 3-row Palisade, and Nexo fuel cell vehicle, as well as the Ioniq 5 and soon the 3-row Ioniq 7 electric SUV. There is also the Santa Cruz pickup truck. Bull says she is pleased with the truck sales in the U.S., noting it is gravy because the truck is based on the Tucson platform. As the product lineup becomes electrified, there are discussions about what to do with the Santa Cruz, hybrid or full EV. She says no decisions have been made on how far to go, which would determine whether changes would have to wait for the next generation. Hyundai still has some cars. The 2024 Sonata midsize sedan receives a mid-cycle refresh. There have been internal discussions about whether this is the last generation, but Lee won't say if its days are numbered.